We'll go live. Say hey, Denali. Can we say hey? Say hey the other way. That way. Hey, Denali. Hey, guys. It's Tuesday. Travel Talk Tuesday. And it's just Denali and I today. No special guest. Got a lot of information I kind of want to share with you. Even up until the last few minutes, there are all kinds of changes and cruises going on. Do you think he's getting bigger? I still think he's growing for some reason. He's no longer a lap dog. You can say hey. Say hey. He is playing in our backyard, and he's getting nice and dirty. And won't be long. He's going to be going to a kennel because we're headed to a wedding. Yes, it's a wedding. Yes. Come here. Oh, he doesn't like the fact he's going to go to a kennel. So anyway, I'm a little bit early, just kind of warming up to see who can get on here. We've got about 5 more minutes to go. So if you guys will come here. Will come here. Now he's going to talk to me. Oh, ooh, we got a growl. You going to growl at me? No, you going to growl at everybody on Travel Talk Tuesday? No? Okay. So anyway, you guys kind of know the drill. If you are on, sounds like somebody's going to get to go outside. Pat, you want to come get Denali? So as you guys come on, do me a favor and sign on. Let me know that you're there. I think I'll throw him in the mudroom. Hang on. Come on. Pat, can you let him out? Okay. You gotta love it when everything goes live, right? Hey, Miss Sarah Housewright, how are you today? Well, it is beautiful outside. Oh, we got a bunch of you guys just all popped on at the same time. Miss Deborah is there from North Carolina. I hear it's hot over in Charlotte. I'll be heading your way in about a week or so. And Luis says hi, Denali. Yeah, he's getting bigger and bigger, and we just kind of dug up the backyard and put in new French drains to keep it dry. And he's been out there having all kinds of fun playing in the dirt and the mud and everything like that. So, but he is a handful. Mr. Gary is there. I'll call you afterwards. Gary says, don't worry about those flights. Oh, I got you in my list there. I'm going to take care of you before it's over with. Mr. Poole is on. The Amigos up in Virginia. How you doing? Hey, Lois down in Unicoi. Miss Linda Phillips is on. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while, Miss Linda. Yes, Deborah, I am coming to see you. My son is getting married over in Charlotte, so I am headed your way. And that's in 2 weeks. Yeah, less than 2 weeks. Miss Connie Dennison, happy sunny day from Connie and Bob. Love it. Hello, everyone. Miss Deborah Weingar. We're going to call you Weingar. You know what I wouldn't do to be on a ship and have them mispronounce my name. So, yeah, so we're got about just a few more minutes here. You guys, I thought you guys would all be outside playing in the beautiful sunshine, mowing grass, doing all that good stuff. Yeah, so hanging in there just a little bit longer before we get started here. I do have a lot of news to share with everyone. And like I said just a few minutes ago, we actually started to get some updates coming in literally by the hour. They're coming in right now. So you guys are going to be fresh off the press. I wish it was a little bit better news, not necessarily the brightest news. So, but we will be able to share it. Okay. Thank you.
Is Mrs. Chappé on there?
Okay. Thank you. My husband's coming in and interrupting my live, so sorry about that. Miss Wanda is on. Ron and Pat Jones are on. Very good. Yeah, this weather is supposed to stay beautiful. What? One more day, and then I think we get some rains in. So I don't know. I'm ready for summer. I am ready for this wedding. I don't know if I'm ready for the wedding, but we're getting ready for the wedding. which is next week. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed. Oh, I can't cross my fingers anymore. We're going to cross our fingers that the weather's going to be just like this, because guess what? The wedding is outdoors. Yeah, in Charlotte. So it's going to be beautiful. I know it's going to be great. So by the time, and I'm going to tell you guys at the end of this, I'm going to do every other Tuesday now that we're kind of getting into the summer season and everybody's kind of got other things on the plate. So we'll go over. But by the time I come back on Travel Talk Tuesday at 2, I will have a daughter-in-law. So some really good, cool stuff going on. And getting ready for a wedding is a lot. I've been fitted in that dress so many times, I can't even see straight. So anyway, let's start. It's 2 o'clock, Travel Talk Tuesday at 2. So boy, I'm so glad. I really do have a whole bunch of you guys on early today. So we are not going to keep you too long, but I do have a lot of news to share with you. First off, if you would do so kind, is exactly like you guys are doing. Right below, there's either a little comment section. You want to put your name in there, say hey, or it might be over to the right. Just put your name in there, say hi, whatever. Let me know you're there. And Connie says, we will have Travel Talk Tuesday next Tuesday. No, Connie, we're going to skip a Tuesday. But I'll cover that again at the end to make sure you know exactly what day we're going to be doing Travel Talk Tuesday. But we're going to kind of do it every other at this point in time. Unless, who knows, hopefully we're going to start getting some more and more travel news coming out. I may just come back on. But right now, my plate's a little full with a wedding, which is right around the corner. So we'll do it definitely after that. Louise's daughter-in-laws are awesome. I know. This one, mine is going to be pretty dang awesome. I'm pretty excited about it. So let's talk about Travel Talk. Again, say hi. Do me also share. Will you guys do me a favor and share this video at the end? So I put together just a little presentation to keep me on track. Not that I ever get off track. Heart. Isn't that funny? So hang in there. We are going to start this. There we go. Uh-oh. Can you guys see me at all? You can't see me at all. So let me go back. You know what, guys? If I ever get this figured out, it will be a genius. There we go. Now I'm back over here. This is the one I want. And I think you guys will be able to see, but at least that way you can. Let's try it now. How about that? Yay, it worked. All right, so Travel Talk Tuesday at 2, Kathy Kennedy. We started this. Literally, I keep a journal every single day, and it's called a 5-year journal. If you guys never have done that, you can get the books. It's a 5-year journal. It has been amazing for me because I started this journal 4 years ago. In fact, tomorrow will be my anniversary that I started this journal. So I can go back to 2018. I know what I did that day, 2019, 2020, and 2021. And I am sitting here in 2021 reading what I was writing in 2020. And it's like, boom. Oh my gosh. I had no idea what was really going on. And even to this day, we still don't know what's really going on because it remains liquid. It remains changing. So I have enjoyed that journal to the point to say that Travel Talk Tuesday actually began in March of last year when all this began. And here we are now going into April, and it's over a year that we've been doing this. It's crazy. So here's some news. Okay, first off, you guys may have seen this one. The CDC issues new travel guidelines for vaccinated Americans. Now, I hope you guys are all out there getting your shots, and I hope you guys are all out there being good and wearing your mask, washing your hands, and all that good stuff, because this really was good news. It stated that fully vaccinated tourists no longer need to be tested before or after travel unless it's required in a destination. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say if you're going to international, or you're going to Australia or somewhere like that, they may require something for the entry into the country. But as far as we're concerned, as long as you've got that little card, which, by the way, don't be showing it on social media because people will copy that. So you got that little card, then it's your ticket to say that you no longer need to be quarantined. You no longer have to, you don't do anything. You just go about your way. It says, again, to follow the healthy safety protocols, place your face coverings, wash your hands, all that good stuff. So that is excellent news. And I want to say the little tip of the iceberg is starting to break away on travel. Now, I'm going to remind you guys of this until, I don't know, probably October, because if you'll see by this where I'm waving my little wand here, this all has to happen. This is called for you to fly internationally. I mean, not international, for you to fly within the United States of America. This is exactly what you're going to need after October 1st. So if you're booking trips, and let's just say you're going to fly out to Vegas on October 2nd, you've got to have one of this called a real ID, which is your driver's license. It's got that little star on it. So if you don't have that right now, you'll either need that or you will need a passport. Remember, your passport is always golden as long as it's not expired. And if you're leaving the country and coming back, you need at least 6 months on that passport to get back into the country. This is from the Homeland Security. So you want to make sure that you're making plans to get this done. And don't just go to the driver's license place and take your usual stuff, because let me tell you, there's a whole bunch of other stuff that you got to take in order to get this real ID. It's a little bit harder to get. So, but start working on that now. Now, here's another one. CDC issues the next phase of conditional sale order for cruise ships operations. Now, if you'll notice, this was released on April the 2nd. It was released a little bit later in the day because that was, there was an attack on the Capitol, whatever. It was originally supposed to release during the day, but then it came. So this was good news. We all thought this was really good news. The CDC has finally issued what the next phases of conditional sale order means, which for those of you who are not 100% sure what that means, it means the CDC needs to tell the cruise lines they can start sailing. The issue was, and let me go in a little bit more so about what that CDC order entailed, okay? So first off, they came in phases. So there's a phase 1, a phase 2A, 2B, 3, and 4. And the phase 1, and I hope you can see this relatively, it basically dealt with testing. So the testing of the crew, the testing of the passengers that got on board, embarkation ports, et cetera, et cetera. So all of that was in phase 1. Phase 2A is to be able to do screening tests and to be able to make sure that you have medical facilities on board and an action plan, that you've got medical facilities at destinations that you're able to, if someone were to come down with COVID, that you're able to take care of it. So phase 2 was really about voyage preparation. This is what you do if so-and-so should happen. Phase 2B is a simulated trial passenger voyage. Now, what that means is and they had talked about this before as they underline here. I don't know if you can see that little word. It says volunteers. So my name was in the hat. I think some of my clients' name threw their hats in there. If you are willing to be, for lack of a better word, a guinea pig, to go on the sailings, they want to be able to do simulated volunteer type sailings to make sure all the phase 1 and phase 2A goes into effect. And then phase 3 means that they've accomplished all that. They actually get a sailing certificate. And then phase 4 means that everybody can resume passenger operations with all the restrictions in place. So that was kind of the framework for the conditional sailing order. The other thing that the CDC spoke to, and I really kind of like this. Now, I didn't put the whole long list in here, but they're going to have color charts. Like there's a green ship, an orange ship, a yellow ship, and a red ship, and you can kind of figure out. And then there's different I want to say items that need to be done. And in a green ship, obviously, there's no one that has had, and I think I wrote all this down, I'm just skipping all of it. That a green one basically states there's no COVID. There's no COVID tests at all. I mean, nobody's had COVID, the crew, passengers, nobody, everything. So a lot of these things would not be required. Some things are permitted. Orange means it may be minimal, yellow a little bit more, and then a red, obviously that there's a little bit more stringent. Oops, sorry about that. A little bit more stringent going on. So you will be able to, as a booking passenger, ask yourself, okay, is this a green sailing or is this an orange sailing, that type of thing. So again, another one of the things that the CDC has kind of put in place. Now, if you look through all of that protocol stuff that I just kind of threw at you, then the headlines came out, cruise industry is frustrated by the burdensome CDC requirement. So the CDC just put a whole bunch of this stuff out there that needed to be done, but there's no time frame. And that's the frustration. So we're kind of back into that end of last year. And this is all in Florida, who has threatened to sue the CDC, was the headlines last week, to, government officials, to now head of cruise lines are really going, okay, just give up. We'll do what you need to, but make it possible and make it fair. Look at the airlines out there right now. What protocols do they have? Look at hotels, look at resorts. What protocols do they have? Look at any travel sector out there. And what protocols do they have? Why is it that the cruise industry is going to go this much more and yet still not have a date? So this was a headline that came out. And then yesterday, I think this headline came out that Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings submits a plan to the CDC to ask for July 4th restart. So Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, just to let you know, is Norwegian Cruise Line, Oceania, and Regent. So that's them. And they have, the person in charge of them has gone to the CDC directly. Before, they've been working through a company called CLIA, Cruise Line International Association, or ASTA. They've even had senators involved and the governors have been involved, but now it's like, that's it. They're going. And it is a restart for them because this one came out a little while ago that says Norwegian Cruise Line will restart sailing from outside of the United States. So they are going to start sailing. They are requesting, if you go back to that one, that they start sailing in the U.S. July the 4th. Now, where is Norwegian starting to sail? Now, you guys heard on previous that Royal Caribbean and Celebrity are starting in Greece. They're starting in St. Martin. They're starting in Nassau. St. Martin is Celebrity. Royal's out of Nassau, and they're starting in Bermuda. And, of course, they have Barbados. That was one of the first ones that they had mentioned. Norwegian today, this is today, see if I can remember them all. The Norwegian Jade is going to be starting out of Athens. So the Greek Isles, man, they're amazing. I've been there a couple of times, and I would go back in a heartbeat because I absolutely love them. Well, they are going to be reaping the benefits of the CDC shutting down the U.S. because there's a lot of our U.S. ships going now to Greece. So the Jade will be out of Athens. It'll be doing a Greek Isle sailing. You've got the Norwegian Joy. She is now going out of, you guys ready? Montego Bay, Jamaica. So, and then we've got the Norwegian Gem is going out of Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. I didn't even know Punta Cana had a port there, but I guess they do. So it's causing our U.S. vessels to seek elsewhere in order to get started. But by George, they're going to be sailing. So that is the very positive news. Now, I'm going to go back one before I get into that. Now, there is more news that I haven't even been able to get sent out to everybody real quick because literally it's coming over fast and furious today as fast as I can get everything out. Viking. Now, I know many of you guys are Viking. And oh Lord, this breaks my heart. I have so many of you going out in June with Viking. And Viking, if you have not already gotten the email or an email from me yet, I'm getting them out as fast as I can. Viking has now suspended sailings through the end of July. So they have sent you out a really nice letter. They've already got the FCCs now. And one thing about Viking is they're already ahead of the game. So and I didn't even have time to get a slide up. This all happened minutes ago, by the way. So breaks my heart again for June. And I know all you guys that were booked, it breaks your heart too. But the good part is you'll get 125%. And with Viking, it's everything. So no matter what you've paid, it's 125 multiplied by 125, and you can use it towards, hopefully another future sailing. So that just happened. So we start and stop. Now, and again, this just literally, and I'll probably have to read it because it just hit. With Viking doing that, they're doing just like the rest of the world, is that they now are announcing. And I know Jason's on. Jason, I haven't had a chance to get this to you guys yet, but it's going to be that Viking is now going to be sailing out of Bermuda, and it's called the Bermuda Escape. Literally, this just came in. So it's Hamilton to Hamilton. It's basically a 7-night, 1 country, 3 included tours, 2 overnights, and 2 days at sea. So if you know anything about Bermuda, as I think I mentioned it before, it's a little bit on the pricey side. So, having the ship there with all the food and everything is really, really nice. Plus, here, you guys ready for this? And again, for you guys that just got displaced, you can move it into these bookings. They're doing Iceland. So, I can't say it. Someone say it. I couldn't hear you. But, Iceland. So, Reykjavik to Reykjavik. Did I say it right? 8 days, 7 nights, 1 country, 6 included tours. So, you literally are going to be taking on tour of Iceland with Viking. So if you guys are interested in this email came out at 1:39. That's how hot off the press that news is. So it's changing and a lot is happening right now. And so Viking is suspended through the 31st, but they're going to be sailing also out of different countries as these countries start to open up. Now, Viking is European, but as the countries start to open up, that's where these guys are starting to sail to. Now, with all of that said, okay, last time I checked, Margaritaville or Charisma, you guys, if you watched when Caesar was on with me, we are still having an amazing promotion. So if cruises are not available right now, and it looks like, honestly, July might be the date, but I've said that before. July might be the date, or August 1st might be the date. Well, what are you going to do? Last time I checked, this is 1st of April, May, June, July. So you got to go somewhere. This is an amazing deal. And I know I love all you guys that have booked on this. I got a bunch of you that are going down with me in May 7th or that whole week. Some of you are coming a few days after that. You can pick your days. You can do, I would do at least 4 to 5 days because in this special, you get 1 night free. And the airfare is starting to creep up. So this offer expires April the 15th. I can send you a quote. You don't have to do Margaritaville. This Margaritaville Island Reserve is owned by Charisma. And Charisma has the El Dorado property. They've got Azul properties. And I can't wait till I get down there in May because I'm actually going to visit is all the properties that they have in Cancun, but they also have properties in Dominican Republic and Cabo, I think, and a couple of the places. So, if you're interested in an all-inclusive, give me a call. We're booking that like crazy until we can get ships back in the water. And again, April 15th, this deal ends, and you can book your travel up to January the 2nd. So I'm going to run through these fairly quickly because I think a lot of you guys can either go to my website and see these, but if you're sitting there scratching your head going, okay, what am I going to do for vacation for 2021? We still have 6 spots open, and this is in August, exploring America's great parks. All of this is on my website. So it's a round trip Las Vegas. So that's something for August. This one just came out. We've already started booking it. And this is the classic fall foliage, which is October the 3rd through the 11th. Now, I think I pretty much nailed peak time up north. It's a little soon for us. We're a little bit later in that mix, but I think this will be phenomenal. What I love about this is different than what you would cruise to. Yeah, you on the cruise, you're going to get Boston, Portland, and Bar Harbor, which Bar Harbor is my favorite. But you're then going to travel through the Green and the White Mountains into some of the most beautiful areas, beautiful mountains, ski resorts, and then down to Star Trek, and then back into, and then Newport on the seaport, Mystic Seaport, Newport, and then back up to Boston. So this is a great little fall getaway. You guys need to book that now. And of course, end of the year, we've got December 5th through the 12th. If you're looking for something, by then, if you haven't had vacation, Lord help you, honey, you're going to need vacation. This is a round trip out of Barbados. Again, going to some of those amazing islands we've talked about before, which is, St. Lucia, Dominica. You got St. Vincent, Trinidad, Tobago, Trinidad. So that's December 5th. And then we have the Taste of Egypt. Now, I'm watching air on this because I know several of you guys are booked on this. This is on my bucket list. I'm sitting there going, if I can't afford any trips this year, this one I want to be able to. Simply because the price on this is so amazing. I'm dying to try Avalon Waterways. It's just I'm waiting for the air. And to let you know where the air is right now, airlines are all over the place. All over the place. They are changing air daily. Gary Johnson's going, hallelujah, I know that. This is hard. I think all you guys that are booked down to Cancun get changed daily, especially Delta. They're just changing all the time. But you're changing air, but they haven't opened up all of their international flights yet. Now, with Greece, which is kind of in that part of the world, over around that way in the Med, I'm going to start to see more and more air come that way. So that's why I'm kind of waiting to get the air booked on this one. This is December 3rd through the 12th. It's the best time to go see the pyramids and the Sphinx. And then there's a Happy New Year. Now, we have quite a few of you that are headed over to Barbados to celebrate the new year. You're going in like on the 1st, and you're going to lay out on the beach on your first day of the new year. Just, can you imagine laying on the beach, sitting there going, oh, let's see, what is my New Year's resolution? Maybe not to leave the beach. No. And then you're going to do this amazing sailing. Does the ABC Islands, Trinidad, and then into Trinidad, all out of Barbados. Super Bowl. Lodi, Lodi, Lodi. All you guys that are on the Super Bowl with me, I love you, love you, love you. But let me tell you, it's a big group. We've got a whole bunch of you guys booked on this. And we are a little ahead of the game, which is the way I like to be, a little ahead of the game. We are trying to hold the pre and the post hotels or whatever you guys have requested. I will tell you the Radisson now is already sold out on wait list. So we were able to do that already. I'm also saying that I'm watching air and adding air as it comes about. So please be patient with me. They have a few back office glitches whenever you bring on new systems like this. So it's being a little more challenging for me to get everything done seamlessly. And I'm waiting for air to either change, come down, et cetera, et cetera. So just trust me, I'm working on this. Now, for those of you that still want to get on this, I can get you on it, but it's at prevailing rates because we sold everything we had on the group. It's going to be an amazing trip. This is going to be a Super Bowl for years to talk about. Now, let's jump into 2022. What we just did was Super Bowl. So that was Super Bowl February 2022. Many of you are on this March 1st to the 13th Northern Lights with Viking. This is going to be a phenomenal trip. That's another bucket list thing for me. I'm sitting there going, all right, I got to do what I got to do in order to be able to experience this. And, after COVID, it's kind of like, all right, I'm nailing down what I want to experience before God calls me home. And this is one of them, is those Northern Lights. I definitely want to see the magic of that. And my prices are insane compared to what Viking is telling you they are. I wish I'd have had foresight and just held a ton of groups before I knew COVID hit because the prices were so much more lower. Viking has already started to spike up a lot of this. It's simply because of supply and demand. Their ships are starting to fill up. They're smaller ships. So I still have group space, but I don't have the cabins. So as the cabins sell, then we have to go to the next price bracket. And you guys know that on Viking Ocean, that everything's a balcony. There are no insides. Everything's a balcony, suite, penthouse, and above. Hawaii. All right. The all-included Celebrity. This is with Celebrity. So the prices, this is on May 4th through the 15th. So this year, I'm going to be celebrating my anniversary, birthday, Mother's Day in Cancun, Mexico. And then on May 2022, I'm going to Hawaii. So this is an 11-night Hawaii Trans-Pacific on the beautiful Celebrity Eclipse. I'm going to have prepaid gratuities, free Wi-Fi, and beverage packages included. We still have some balconies left on that because I went back and held a lot more. And then many of you are on the Viking Expedition. This is the brand new built. Comes out in 2022 Expedition Vessels by Viking. And this is doing the Great Lakes. And this one is a bunch of you that's going out. There really isn't group because if it's such a new product, they didn't allow me to put groups in there. So June 18th is kind of when the majority of you guys have booked and that you will be going out. October 2022, we have the Grand European Tour. Now, this one is Amsterdam to Budapest, I believe. I'll have to double check. It's one of the ways. I've gone both ways on this one. And, you know, I've done the Rhine several times. I've done the Danube several times. I've only done the Grand European, which is putting it all together and then going up to the Netherlands once. And this was one of my bucket list. This was one of there's two trips that I really just comes to mind off the top of my head that I absolutely loved. And one was the Great American Parks, which we have for August next year. This one, which we did September of 2019. And that was just an amazing trip. It's just something that will always stick with me. So if you've not done this trip, you should absolutely do this trip. And then the other one was the Greek Isles, the one that had Venice in there. That was kind of my top three right there. Okay, and then we brought out Odyssey. We got a bunch of you guys on this one, the Odyssey 2022. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen more on the Odyssey. This is kind of like the Odyssey, the Quantum Plus. You know, I've been on the Quantum classes, you know, the Quantum, the Anthem. I've been on, I haven't done the Spectrum. She went to China. But this ship is kind of a blown up between the Quantum class and the Oasis class. And you've got that 270, which is absolutely the best venue on any ship I've ever been on. It just blows your mind. And it, of course, it has the, you know, the skydiving, which I've done a couple of times, which I'll do again. And it's got the North Star where you can go up and around, which is just amazing, whether you're at sea or on the land. Bumper cars where you guys tried to kill me. But it's changed up. It's taking some of the elements of the Oasis class and incorporated in it. Not to mention the shows are off the Richter scale. Oh Lord, what I wouldn't do for a show on a ship. I know you guys are right there with me. So this one you can still book. I got space. And then we've got the Christmas market 2022. And this one is, I want to say, the best of any Christmas market, because you're going to fly into Zurich. You're going to stay in a hotel. This is a land and river cruise. So you're flying into Zurich. You're going to be staying and you're going to wake up to the sun rising over the Swiss Alps, or the sun setting over the Swiss Alps. And then you're going to travel to Basel and go up. Now, Strasbourg obviously is where the Christmas market began, and Spires and Mainz. And then you're going to come down into Trier. And then you're going to go over and do a land package into Paris before you fly home for an American Christmas. Whew, that's amazing. Now, this one We've got Klein and Claire. You guys are booked on this one. This is January 19th through February 2nd, 2023. Another bucket list one I have out there that I'm going to do, and I'm going to get on this one, is the Australia, New Zealand. And I've held them with Princess. I've held this trip with Celebrity. I've held it with different one. But this is the trip. And the reason being is I can get included air and I can get included excursions. And I know this product. I know the ocean with Viking. It will just be absolutely amazing. So when I saw this itinerary, I'm so happy I held it. So I have prices frozen and I don't have cabins frozen. And you may say, oh my God, it's 2023. You need to get on it. You need to think about it. This one I will be on. And that's it. That's it. So that was like a very quick, and boy, I'm right on time too. That was a very quick, this is where we are on cruising or travel so far. And then just to let you know, our next travel talk, and there you are, Connie, it's going to be April the 20th. And we will start to, let me get back there now. And we'll kind of play it by ear to see if this is something we need to do. It's like as the summer goes on, a lot of people are doing more and more things. And hopefully you are booking now so that we can get you planned into latter part of 21 into 22. And then hopefully we're going to start 23. The other thing I need some help and advice on out there is where do you want to go? 22 is now a good time if I can get group space, just because the demand keeps being pushed and displaced into. So where do you want to go? So 2022 might be a little hard, but if we're smart, and you guys that have traveled with me know, I get so far out there that the prices are absolutely the best price. And if we book early, we have an incredible selection on where we need to be. So where do you want to go? Put it down there. Let me know. Give me a location. Give me something. Might not have a trip off the top of my head, but if you say to me you want to go to South Africa, I'm thinking I want to do South Africa, then I'm going to start looking. I'm going to start seeing what comes up and where the deals are, or something like that. So if there's anything out there that you guys are thinking about, you'd like for me to try and put a group together or considering, not that you have to go, then holler at me. Okay, so I'm going to run back up here. Miss Diane Johnson. Hey, Miss Johnson. Miss Wanda's there. Wanda's telling Louise that she needs to go because Louise is saying she wants to go to the Egypt trip. I can't wait. I think it was Laura Jane. I don't know if Laura Jane's on here or not. Laura Jane said that she had done, anybody that's gone to Egypt with the pyramids and the things and all that has just come back and saying memories. Oh my God, you have to do that. So I'm excited about that. I just got to get air. That's the only thing holding me up. And if you guys, like I said, I think I compared when Eric was on here. Our prices on that trip is around $3,300, where Viking is selling them at $7,200 and selling out. So, all right. And hey, I got Deanne on. Hello, Miss Deanne. See Sheila McCulley said, I hope it opens back up in the U.S. so I could take my granddaughter on a cruise for graduation next year. Yes. Yeah. Me and you both. But I think graduation next year shouldn't be a problem, Sheila. I would say if it's in 2022, and again, here's the option with this, is that it's so far out, we can go hold a group and freeze those prices with no money down. I don't know if you guys know that. So Sheila, let's say Sheila wanted to do a graduation cruise, and I don't know, she might have one cabin, she might have two, she might have 20 cabins, who cares? Whatever it is, if we know the dates, we can go out there and freeze the prices, hold it down, and not have to put any money down. And then you've got time to celebrate about it. So some people don't know that you can really do that, and that's a smart way to do it. Hello, Miss Gail Sims. Let's see. See, Louise says... oh yeah, she's reiterating, make sure you know the documentation. She's talking about the real ID. Just make sure before you go to the office that you've got all the documents that you need. It's a bit of a pain. Hey, Miss Claire, Miss Queenie's on, I was just talking about you guys. He says, hope you're feeling better. I am feeling better. I'm just, this arm is weird, you know, so we just got to get that arm fixed. I'm out of drugs though. Can you tell? Maybe not. I'm not sure. Beverly says hi. Beverly, you ready to go to Cancun, girl? We're ready to go. And I think that's it. That's all. So I don't see anything else on here. Oh, Lordy, I appreciate you guys so much for coming on. And again, let's keep this going. If this is something that you want to do, that you want me to kind of keep in contact. Now, do pencil in July the 8th, Travel Club. Yes. Please, Lord. Travel Club, July the 8th. I want to see record. Now, I've got 2 Travel Club dates, and I've confirmed that date. Yes, the 8th is before we go to Alaska. And the other one is I just changed to October 14th. And I changed it to October 14th because of a convention. So, make a long story short, just let's hold on to July right now. So, pencil that in that we will be having Travel Club July the 8th. Everything right now looks like it's going to be a go, and that can happen. Would that not be amazing? Okay. Oh, Cruise Planners, Nick is on. Hey, you know what? I was thinking about you today, Nick. He said, good news from NCL and Viking. Yes, well, there's good and bad from Viking. The fact that Viking is sailing after July, but 2 new ports, and also NCL, 3 new ports. And then we have, I don't know, 3, 4 new ports with RC. So there are sailings out there that you guys can go after. So all you got to do is call me on that. All right, that's all she wrote. Now, next time I see you guys, I will have increased my family. I will have had a daughter-in-law. Wedding is going to be April the 18th. So we're going over the end of next week. And I'll post wedding pictures, obviously. So I will not talk or see you guys until April the 20th. Until then, I need you guys to be safe, sane, and above all, satisfied.